Kai doesn't donate 400K, I'll donate 100K. Nothing wrong with that. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. I specifically, Beast was trying to get, you know, him on it. So that's it. Wow, why? Wow, chat. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm donating $100,000, chat. What the fuck are you guys that are big at that donating?
Completely deflecting. His chat is asking him why. Why do you need Kai Cenat to donate? It's weird. You're being a weirdo. Adin Ross effed up again. Video by Hello Yasin Extras. Now, let me tell you what was Kai's mistake. Kai's mistake was not cutting off Adin Ross as soon as he started doing all the bullshit. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this situation where we can see yet another example of Adin Ross using familiar tactics to try and make Kai Cenat look even worse than he's currently looking right now.
What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Kai Cenat and Adin Ross might break up again after they had just gotten back together. What was it, a month ago or so? And this would be completely on the hands of Adin Ross, because recently Mr. Beast was trying to have this huge collaboration for all of these people to get together and donate for his Team Water Foundation. And his Team Water Foundation / charity, they're saying they're building wells and helping people in somewhere in Africa.
Now, we recently talked about the whole Kai Cenat Mr. Beast situation. This is yet another thing that has happened. So we're not rehashing what we spoke about a few days ago.
Get access to clean water. Now, I haven't looked too much into this, but yeah, so he tries to make this a huge collab, have a bunch of influencers donate first, and then if they all donate, it's going to spread to their audience, and hopefully their audience can then donate however much they can, and they get to hit their goal. So what happened is Adin Ross was invited, of course, alongside many other influencers, and when Adin Ross was asked to donate, he decided to drag Kai Cenat into this, and I'm gonna play you guys that clip right here.
Kai Cenat gotta go 400. I'm in. On God.
Comes time to donate to charity. You guys are the ones stepping up, which I appreciate. Thank you so much.
Real quick, out of that 400K that Kai donates, X said that he owes him 100, so you can just put it towards that. So technically, Kai only gotta go 300 into his pocket.
True.
400K, I'm in. If Kai does it. I said if Kai does 400, I got 400.
Now, you need to understand how incredibly weird that is. Nobody else of all the other creators who have donated tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, why is Adin the only one who is trying to drag another man into the situation? Why would he do that? That's incredibly weird. That's not what you do when you're trying to repair a relationship with somebody that you're on rocky waters with, which we know in light of the situation where Adin essentially started drama unnecessarily with Kai, calling him fake, essentially, indirectly, and then Kai having to, or choosing to come out and explain how him and Adin kind of had to put some distance between each other. And I think for the sake of public perception, and for the sake of not burning a bridge unless absolutely necessary, which I think he should have burnt that bridge to the fucking ground. But Kai Cenat tried to go the more diplomatic path and keep things cool and at a level with Adin. And here he's essentially trying to pressure the man into giving almost $500,000 to a charity. When we know Kai Cenat is already having his own charity things that he's funding in Africa. I mean, think of this. He's trying to do this thing for these kids in Nigeria, right? $300,000 goes a long fucking way. And you can think to yourself, oh, this 300K could possibly damn near complete what I'm trying to do in Africa or make so much more progress. But for the sake of not being the guy that didn't donate to Mr. Beast, whatever the fuck, now I got to reroute that money to here, making this guy look amazing. Because Kai Cenat, he gives 300, 400K. He's going to be fucking forgotten about this. No one's going to be like, man, remember when Kai Cenat gave all that money to Team Waters? No, the only person who will be celebrated 5 years from now when this is all over is Mr. Beast. And that is what Mr. Beast is doing. Mr. Beast is doing this to enrich himself and to make himself even wealthier, even more famous. The man is a billionaire. Yes, he has helped countless amounts of people, but he's made himself a billionaire while doing it. And I don't wrong him for that. I'm not saying that that's bad. Point is, there's so many reasons why Cenat may not want to give that kind of money to this organization.
I promise. Locked.
Okay. Hey, yo, I need to call Kai.
Call him up.
We got a lot of clean water riding on Kai.
And this started to snowball because Mr. Beast would then go out to read the list of people that had.
So people know on this call, Adin, what the just happened? So we've got Train for 400K, Neon for 10K, Steve for 50, now potentially $1 million if for whatever reason YouTube unbans them. I don't know. We'll see. TJ 50K, X 400,000. Me somehow I end up 400,000.
Chad, stop. He said beggars can't be choosers.
Adin,
Stop being weird.
400 grand. Jinxie 100 grand. Alone 100 grand. TJ 50. Sketch 55. Thug 50. What the? This is wait. What is the total?
I'll add Hassan. I think somebody said he wanted to be joined. I'll just add him. If he doesn't join, he doesn't join. It's all good.
Yeah.
You guys add him or not?
So we got this list of people that are all donating.
But notice who is not on this list: Adin Ross. Yet Kai's the one that is being demonized. Somehow Adin gets a pass because he's like, oh, I'm waiting on Kai. Why the fuck you waiting on Kai? Why don't you just give the money if you're truly a charitable person? But no, he is using the tactics, familiar tactics, to try and destroy this man's image, his reputation.
And that's a lot of money. That's hell. What is that, like $2 million? If I were to count it up, just off rip that they're getting just from less than 10 people. Neon donating 10K, and I do think this is kind of good for us because you get to see the levels of wealth. Like if Neon's donating 10K, he ain't up like Adin Ross, XQC, and these other guys. Now, of course, these other guys have been in the game longer and they've been making money longer, but it's just you get to see the levels of wealth that these streamers have. And a lot of people, and keep in mind, Neon is somebody that's at the top of, near the top of the game, and he's donating 10K. He doesn't got that crazy disposable income that Adin Ross has. So when people think like, yo, streamers are making a ton of money, yeah, the streamers at the tippy top. And then Adin asks Eddie from Stake, who is probably one of the youngest and richest people. I don't even think the guy's 30 yet, or he might be 30, and that guy owns Stake. And that guy's just an ultra billionaire. We don't even know what his net worth is, but he owns Stake and Kick. And he had this to say about Adin, and he sided a little bit more with me.
Just do whatever works best for you. And I don't think you should tie it to what Kai does, man. Like, let Kai do what he needs to do. And again, it'd be great to push him to do something, but what you do should be like independent of others, right? But that's just my way of viewing.
Look at this greasy, just slimy facial expressions, man. This shit is nasty.
But
Yo, bro.
Hopefully, everyone chips in and then it works out. But I think, you should just do, if you can afford 400K and you've got that 400K lying around, you want to do that, then I reckon you just do it,
Yeah, hell yeah, man. 100%, bro. You know how to get the chat moving.
So here he is he's like, listen, man, you donate what you feel like you want to donate and what you feel like is a disposable income for you that you don't have a problem contributing to this cause. And then don't worry about Cenat. You don't got to drag him into this. And this is where I'm like, this is, because think about if you're Cenat, how you're feeling in this situation. You're like, dog, you mentioned me the first time. It's like, okay, but now you're calling other people and telling them that you're going to donate this much if I donate, and the ripple effect that it has on the internet because now other people are talking about it. And XQC even disagreed with Adin here, and XQC is good friends with Adin. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip from XQC.
The internet is not happy with Cenat. And just recently, it only seemed to get worse. So recently, Mr. Beast was doing Mr. Beast things, and he recently launched this campaign called Team Water. And if they can help out poor countries.
Chat, I'm gonna pre-disagree with this. I don't know what take this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be probably a bad take. I gotta say, with you, chat. When it comes to the charity chat, I think people should just leave people alone. Dude, I think if you're about to pressure or something to do something and they don't want to do it, you stop there. It's enough. Like if you ask somebody or whatever for somebody to be part of a charity and they either don't respond or I think you have to move on. Otherwise, it's just solid.
And give them.
So I think this is a really solid take because this is a couple of days after Cenat did not address this charity. He did not commit to donate anything publicly. We don't know what he put out there.
I hope this nigga don't give a dime. I hope he doesn't give a single red cent.
And if someone doesn't want to donate, or like the first time, then that's it. And the part where people get pressured, I really dislike that, because you're bullying someone into donating. And that's why I think it's unfair. And we don't know what else Kai Cenat commits to. But this started a ripple effect to where you've got other accounts talking about, and it's spreading throughout Twitter X, it's spread. And they're like, yo, Kai Cenat didn't even build that school in Nigeria. Remember that? And this is what's so disappointing. Kai Cenat has given updates consistently on what's been going on with that school in Nigeria.
People just want to hate Kai Cenat, bro.
Said
no one likes seeing, you know what I'm saying, a dark-skinned black guy win and be as big and popping as he is. No, they don't like that. They don't want to see that. People just want to see him torn down.
Attributed, and just because it's not up doesn't mean that he like pulled a scam. And this is the bad part about publicly helping people or publicly donating to certain causes. People hold you to a standard and they're willing to hate on you more than if you had just done nothing. Like if you didn't if Kai Cenat never said he was going to build that school, people wouldn't hate or like him any less. But when he says that, they're like, where the school at then? So they create a reason to hate, and then you've got to give them updates on it to make sure that they don't think that you're a scammer when they didn't even contribute any money.
Exactly.
You contributed the money.
Yeah, that's right. I bet you all the people that are crying about this shit, they have not given a single dollar either to Mr. Beast charity or to try and help Kai Cenat with the schools in Nigeria. These are just fucking haters, dude. That's all they are. Pathetic haters. Wouldn't even give $5.
So they want to hold you to your word and your money when they contributed nothing. Isn't that crazy? But then I think this got to the worst part.
Niggas who don't have shit, never done shit, never accomplished shit, love to tell people who got shit what to do with their shit. Ain't that crazy?
When Adin Ross didn't even donate the 400K. So I'm going to play you guys that clip. And this is a couple of days after the initial call out happened.
So again, Beast, Train, I think XQC donated. I'll donate my 400K when Kai donates 400K. And if time—
What a fucking weirdo, dude. What a fucking weirdo. See, here's what I think is happening. He is trying to punish Kai in some way, some shape, some form. Adin is jealous of Kai Cenat. Why is that? Well, for one, Kai Cenat is a dark-skinned black man who is far more successful than him, at least in the realm of public perception. What do I mean by that? Adin Ross is not sitting down with Ellen. Adin Ross is not sitting down with, not that Ellen is an important person. I'm just saying the mainstream media, Hollywood in general, they embrace Kai Cenat more than they embrace Adin Ross, right? Kai Cenat is spearheading a brand, Tone, that's in Target. Amazing. That kind of shit is what turns people into billionaires. When you start selling shit, all right, selling products and shit like that. That's what makes people like all this, you know, subs and fucking AdSense and getting paid out by YouTube. Yeah, that can make you rich. It can make you a millionaire. But if you want to get into the billionaire status, it's very hard to accomplish that without selling things. That's why Kylie Jenner started a makeup brand. That's why Mr. Beast got all this shit he's selling. That's why Logan Paul and KSI started Prime, right? This is how you become a billionaire, is selling shit. And now Kai spearheading AMP, they have brands in Tone. Kai sitting down with guys like Jimmy Fallon. He's getting invited onto that Hot Wings show, fucking Hot Ones or whatever the fuck. He's just very mainstream, loved by the media. He's doing collaborations with The Rock. He's being invited to red carpet events. Adin Ross isn't getting any of that love. And so I think Adin is jealous of Kai. Maybe Adin knows that for whatever reason, Kai's money is tied up right now. Who knows? It wouldn't be the first time. You've had incredibly successful, wealthy people. Everyone from Will Smith to Mike Tyson to Justin Bieber and fucking you can go down the list. History is filled with very famous, very successful celebrities at various points in their career being fucking broke or having money tied up. And so maybe Adin knows through one way or another that Kai Cenat isn't very liquid right now. Maybe he doesn't have a ton of cash that he can just throw around willy-nilly right here, right now. That happens. It happens to everybody. You know, it happens to successful business owners, not just celebrities. There are just times where you might be in a little bit of a rough spot. Doesn't mean that you're not keeping the lights on and everything. The machine is still going and you're just in a dip, but it happens. And maybe that's where Kai Cenat finds himself right now. Maybe Adin knows about that and he's trying to make Kai Cenat look bad, trying to make him look broke. Who knows what the reason is, but the fact that Adin is pushing the issue where this is concerned, to me, it just smells of malice. It smells of bad intention. And he's a snake, and he's always been a snake. And that's why it's such a shame that Kai Cenat tried to politic his relationship with Adin.
Kai doesn't donate 400K, I'll donate 100K. Nothing wrong with that. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. I specifically, Beast was trying to get, you know, him on it. So that's it. My 100K, we were literally going to wire it tomorrow. Okay? Wow, why? Wow, chat. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm donating $100,000, chat. What the fuck are you guys that are big at that donating?
Completely deflecting. His chat is asking him why. Why do you need Kai Cenat to donate? It's weird. You're being a weirdo. And he says, he starts attacking his chat? The fuck? What a weirdo, dude.
Tell me right now, what the are you doing?
And this, especially at the end, is why I feel like Kai Cenat might have an issue with Adin, because Adin here realizes, he's like, hold on, chat, I switched up from the 400K that, keep in mind, the guy just bought a $25 million crib. Now, granted, when I see him buying a $25 million crib, I'm thinking, okay, you're not as liquid as you once were. Other people are thinking, dude, you just spent $25 million on a crib. You got no problem shelling out a couple $100,000, especially if you said you could do it. And I think a better thing would have been if he was like, you know what, since Kai doesn't want to be involved in this, I don't even think he says Kai. He's like, I'll donate for me and Kai, right? I'll throw 800 in. Yeah, he's never doing that for sure. That's certain. But he's saying like, yo, you guys are coming at me for donating 100K now instead of the 400K that I anchored you guys to, and you guys didn't even contribute anything. And I think that's the way that Kai Cenat is looking at Adin. He's like, yo, you didn't even agree to donate anything without me being involved. So you're kind of speaking on my bread, and you don't even know if I want to contribute to this cause. What if Kai doesn't care about Team Water? What if Kai cares about cancer research? What if he has an auntie or a cousin or a brother or a sister that went through something that has a charity that is closer to his heart, and he would rather contribute his money to that? He doesn't even need to justify it, really. He just doesn't want to donate. And like pressuring him and trying to bring him into it and then dropping your donation does not look good on you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And also, like I said, it turned into a ripple effect to where a ton of accounts are now talking about Kai Cenat.
That's another thing, man. I mean, these people are so fucking desperate for validation and approval of strangers and people online. Think of it like this, man. Let's say you're in Kai Cenat's situation and you have that kind of bread. And let's say Kai Cenat does have the 400K, 300K that he could donate. All of these millions of dollars are already being contributed by all this plethora of online influencers, being spearheaded by a guy who's literally a billionaire, Mr. Beast. All this money's already going there. Think about all the cousins, the relatives, the aunties, the uncles, the moms, the dads in Kai's family. Think about that school in Nigeria. Think of all of these other people that are much nearer and dearer to Kai's heart that would now have to watch Kai Cenat give $400,000 to a charity that he probably don't even really give a fuck about, just because online pressure and trying to appease people, and at the behest of this white kid who literally platformed racists to disrespect his own mother. How fucking weak and pathetic do you look doing that? No, go pay off your auntie's house before you do some shit like that, bro. Pay off your fucking cousin's student loans before you do some shit like that. Don't fucking give a dime to this Team Waters bullshit.
Not donating, because of course they're trying to get their clips. So yo, Kai, biggest streamer, he's winning all these awards and he's not donating to Mr. Beast, Team Water, where every other influencer is donating, and it harms him. Not in a negative way, but it's attention that he definitely didn't want and did not need for sure, and does not like. And why would you, as someone who just repaired your relationship with this guy, or are in the process of repairing your relationship with this guy, drag him back into it? Now, if Adin Ross did this with, I don't know, let's say a Sneeko, somebody that he's had a rapport with for a very long time, or a Speed, or any one of his boys that he's always talking to, or an XQC, I think they've got the type of relationship where it's like, okay, you know, we're cool enough to where we can play these kind of games. But him and Kai Cenat were just not on speaking terms a couple of months ago for who knows how.
Yeah, this is a shot, bro. This is a manipulative tactic, a very familiar tactic.
Long. And to do something like this, I just think it's in poor taste. I don't think Adin Ross's intentions were bad, but I don't see how.
I think they were. I do think they were bad.
He doesn't notice that this is something that Kai probably wouldn't mess with. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Yeah, especially since he keeps harping on it multiple times. His intentions were truly bad. What a despicable person, a terrible friend. All right, well, that's my thought on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Peace out.